Hey everybody, welcome back to High Country Cooking with Chewy. You know it, I'm Chef Chewy. Today, have I got a super simple one for you to do. Really easy to make. How about a nice, thick, rich bowl of butternut squash corn chowder. This stuff's killer. Great for these fall evenings coming up, so stick around. You're really gonna like this one. Alright, this is everything we're going to need to make this butternut squash corn chowder. Right here I got one small medium size butternut squash. I got an onion. I got one leek. I got some sage, black pepper, some chicken broth, half and half. And right here I've got some corn that I roasted earlier this year and froze. So let's get this thrown together. Alright, first thing we want to do, we want to get this butternut squash cut up. Let it find a nice flat spot. And just drive your knife through it. Then we're going to scrape all these seeds out. Alright, now that I got my insides all cleaned out on my squash, I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these into chunks. Try to make them all about the same size. Then I'm just going to take my knife and cut off the peel. Just like that. So I'm going to get this all chopped up and bring it right back. Alright, last thing I got to do, so I'm just going to cut them all into nice little chunks. So I'm going to get all these chopped up. Alright, bring it right back. Got my squash all chopped up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on this baking sheet that I lined with tin foil and just sprayed with a little bit of cooking spray. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go pop these in a 425 degree preheated oven for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes I'm going to come back and give them a stir. Alright, in the oven they go. Check them back in 10 minutes. Alright, now as you can see I took my onion. That's about a quarter of the onion. I just cut it up into chunks. And we'll break it up when we go to put it in the pan with the squash. Next thing I gotta do is I gotta take my leek, and we're only gonna use about that much of it. About a little bit longer than finger length. Kind of get this skin off. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of cut it into little rings. That's it for the vegetable prep. So when we're ready for the next step, we'll bring it back. Alright, squash is just finished up its second 10-minute in the oven. Just going to kind of mix them around one more time. Try to flip a few of them without launching them out of the pan. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chopped up leek, spread it around in there with the squash. I take my onion, break it up just a little bit, mix it in there with the squash too, and the leeks. Then what I do is I'm just going to push it back in the oven. It's going to go for another 15 minutes. And after that we'll bring it back for the next step. Alright, been in there 20 minutes now. What we're going to do is just check them nice, make sure they're nice and fork tender. Fork should go into them nice and easy. So we're going to pull these out and meet you at the cook surface. Alright, got our squash out of the oven. Next thing I'm going to do Get yourself a heavy bottom saucepan, medium to a large. We're just going to open up one of our cans of chicken broth. Then we'll grab our squash and our onion and leeks that we had in the oven. Alright, got our squash in the pan. Get the burner turned on here. About a medium low. You're going to take your immersion blender. Kind of want to squish everything a little bit first. Just break it up a little better. You just want to get in here with the blender and start getting it all nice and ground up. Alright, now that we got our squash pretty well ground up, it's just about smooth. The onions are still kind of chunky in there. What we're going to do is we're going to add in our second can of chicken broth. Got ourselves a little bit of black pepper, maybe a quart, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Then we're going to do about the same amount of some sage. And we're going to get back in here with the blender and keep grinding. Alright, now that we got this ground up a little bit more, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of some half and half and 2 cups of our frozen or fresh corn. Then again, get right back in there with this mixer. Alright, now that we got that all well mixed up, we're just going to let this come up to a real slow simmer and let it go for about 5 minutes. So we'll bring you right back. Alright, our soup is all nice and heated through. It's been simmering now for about 5 minutes. Just a real low simmer. So all you do is serve it up, grab yourself a bowl. Garnish with a couple sprigs of some parsley. And there you go. Butternut squash corn chowder. Let's give this stuff a try and see how it is. Let's give this stuff a try, see how it came out. Oh man, nice and thick. Oh, the corn gives it such a nice sweetness. Get that real nice buttery texture from the squash. This stuff's definitely killer. Gotta give this one a try. Hey, remember, you like what you see? Hey, hit that subscribe button over there. Don't forget, hey, give me that thumbs up. And always remember, never trust a skinny cook.